Hello and welcome back to Tywin Lannister Baratheon, I guess. Yeah, this is going to be the final episode of the series, and it's kind of going to be a wrap-up episode in that what we're going to do is we're just going to let things happen and see what the consequences of Joffrey's reign were. Because really this series was about Joffrey, and I don't want to carry on too much further. So, let's just see what happens. A representative from the Iron Bank of Bravos has arrived at court asking me to honour the debts of my dear late father. Now, of course, this will be Jamie answering everything, so, I don't know. I guess, we'll say they can have their gold in 5 years' time, I guess. We don't really have the gold to offer them. Prince Doran the Mild has declared Prince Doran's blood feud against Lord Paramount Tywin the Old and Lord Paramount Tywin the Old. So that is, Doran has declared on the Westerlands. All hail his grace Tywin of House Lannister, King of the Andals, the Reigner of the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm. Okay. Invitations have been sent for the funeral. So that is Doran against Tywin. So let's see who we've got. So it's straight up. It's Doran versus Tywin. Okay, so how many men do Doran have? 20,000. And the Lannisters over here have 23,000. Okay, interesting. Now Doran, of course, has a Lannister connection as well, so that's interesting that they're now feuding, because it could lead to a whole bunch of interesting stuff. Like if Doran dies, that would then lead to Adrienne being the heir, which she is also, of course, I forgot, married to Lancel. So if Doran loses, Doran effectively becomes controlled by a Lannister. And then if Tywin loses and he dies, then Tyrion holds it and the North gets the Westerlands. I don't think we're going to spend a lot on food for this funeral because we don't have any money. Your Grace, I humbly ask that you intervene on my behalf against the aggression of Prince Doran Martell, who has invaded my lands in obvious contravention to the peace of the realm. I'd be eternally grateful for your support in this matter. Yours, Lord Paramount Tywin of House Lannister. Now, we don't get to decide. Our council does. Who is on our council? Our great-grandfather. Oh, we of course need a new Master of Whisperers, which will be Varys. We'll just get all that set up before we do anything else. And a Maester who we don't currently have. Do we have to send for a Maester? I thought they automatically chose one. I guess they choose one if you were coronated or something? I don't know. Regency will decide. The vote on whether to command Prince Doran Martell to end his war against Lord Paramount Tywin Lannister has been taken. Wait. Oh, yes, of course, I forgot. We're both named Tywin, which is just confusing. The council voted in favour. Everybody voted for. Okay. Your Grace, the Conclave of Citadel as... Oh, there we go. There's our Grand Maester, Ottomore. What a great name. And now we're going to request a coronation. I've expressed my wishes and desires for coronation at the Grand Sept of the Faith to His Holiness the High Septon. Hopefully he will accept my request, so we'll begin to invite my lords to attend the coronation ceremony. To His Most Devout Grace, King Tywin, in the name of the Seven, I, the High Septon, would like to offer you my blessing to allow you to your coronation in the Grand Sept of the Faith as King of the Andals, the Reign of the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, Protector of the Realm, under my guidance. Okay, fantastic. Lots of people will not be attending the coronation ceremony from all around, basically. Yup, there's just a huge number of people who are saying, we're not coming. Wait a second. How have I only just noticed this? I've been playing this game for years. I never noticed that the little seal here is actually their title. How have I not noticed? This is a revelation for me. This is actually a revelation. That's really cool, and I just never noticed that. Okay. Well, while we click through all of these... Oh, no, never mind, we're done. Your Grace, I'm afraid I cannot end this war. My cause is just, and as such you have no right to command me to stand down. Signed, Prince Doran of House Martell. He'll be branded a traitor. But we're not immediately at war with him. We just commanded for him to stop. I guess we'll bring our armies back to... we could just disband them here, because we're not at war with anyone. All of the guests have arrived in King's Landing, and now it's time to begin the feasting to celebrate the life of King Joffrey Lannister. Okay. Arranged marriage from Tommen Lannister. He is... Okay, we'll move that out of the way. My liege have collected a tithe in King's Landing. The money should reach you together with this letter. Your humble Castilian, Lord Paramount Tywin of the Westlands. Oh, good, he got us a lot of money. We almost have enough to have 0. Dear nephew, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. We propose that Lord Paramount Tommen of the Stormlands and the Dowager Queen Marjorie of the Iron Throne marry. You'd like to marry Marjorie, would you, Tommen? I mean, I suppose you just marry, I guess what would that be? That'd be great uncle? Renly. That'd be right? Yeah, I guess so. Then our father, Joffrey, and then, yeah. So our mother's just gonna marry our uncle. I guess we'll accept. Okay. Oh, what was this? Tywin the Old has founded the Crown Loyalist faction. Fantastic. Lord Paramount Tommen has founded the Lord Paramount Tommen for the for the Iron Throne faction. Edric, of course, has his faction going on. Princess Alon's for the Iron Throne. She is the daughter of King Madzan and Queen Daenerys, who is still in a war for Geese. And what's the other faction? Crown Loyalist. Yeah, perfect. I started talking to one of my guests at the feast and found them most interesting. Hours flew by, wine bottles were empty, and other guests excused themselves. Excuse me? I hope there were no wine bottles around us. We're only 5. And went to bed, but we kept talking until the wee hours. Yes, our very inappropriate grandfather, Mace Tyrell, is now our friend. Okay. So Wallace spoke up and told everyone how great the food was at my feast. I was really glad someone was kind enough to say something nice about the food, given how hard I'd worked to ensure the food was the best part of the feast. We spent the lowest amount, so I think he's just trying to impress us. As the Silent Sisters finished the preparations of the deceased, the body of King Joffrey is brought to the local sept and laid atop the altar at its centre. Canopate jars of ornate design are placed at the feet of the dead, and the eldest child places the death stones upon the closed eyes of the deceased. That'll be us. Placing the stones, not the deceased. Although we were also the deceased. One by one, the closest to the departed in life make their way into the sept and speak their goodbyes, shed their mournful tears, and pray to the Seven for the dead. As the day winds down, the last goodbye is said, the body is carried by the kin along crowd-lined streets to its final resting place. As the sun fades away, the great feast is held, and those who knew the dead recount stories of the life and deeds of the lost. And so it is done. King Joffrey Lannister died under suspicious circumstances. I actually never looked at how he died. Oh, he was murdered, which means actually it's almost a guarantee that it was Sansa who murdered us. Wow. Okay. On the 20th of August, 8307, at age 21. He was a man who was known to have dark moods as well as who be most fair to look upon. He wielded the Valyrian steel sword Widow's Wail, a long sword forged on the orders of Tywin Lannister from the blade Ice. And so it is done. Yes, that is the end of Joffrey. Let's get rid of those fleets as well. Don't know why we had those raised. They were costing us money. Lord Maison of Slaver's Road has declared the war against the tyranny of Queen Daenerys Stormborn. Okay. Okay, so that's 3,000 versus 30,000. Seems like that's not going to go very well for them. Crowning of the King. In the name of the Father, I, King Tywin of House Lannister, promise, pledge, and guarantee in the sight of the Seven that I'll be protector and defender of the realm and always useful to it, however many, insofar as I am supported by divine assistance according to my knowledge and ability. Today I was crowned by His Holiness the High Septon and formally received the title King of the Andals, the Rhaenyra and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. This will strengthen my rule significantly. Yes, yes. Right. And we'll continue watching these wars happen. I think it'll look better like this. That's a little bit better. So, the Westlands and Dorne are at war, but they haven't really moved anything across. Like, they haven't actually got their armies fighting yet. I believe it should still be 0-0. Yeah. Small crash, not to worry. We will continue on. So, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Basically, Dorne and the Westlands haven't started fighting yet. They haven't got all their men together and actually got across. Oh, someone died? Who died? Oh, Melrid Greyjoy. So Euron did not have an extra child there. He still has Prince Fragleg, who's a eunuch. Okay. And Princess Megan. Did he lose a war against someone or something? I guess so. I would declare against them, but we don't actually have any money for a war. I mean, we could declare right now, actually, I suppose, if our Regency Council agreed. Bloody Vengeance. The King Tywin of the Iron... We're in a blood feud? Let me just check this blood feuds list here. No house has a blood feud with Lannister. Lannisters. Yeah, we don't have a blood feud. Yeah. Okay. Weird. So we could declare war. Royal claim for the Iron Isles. Council would vote yes, all bar Lord Renfred. It definitely seems like something we should be getting on with. Yeah, they'll do the royal claim for the Iron Isles. The Iron Throne is at a state of war. We should send ravens. Everyone's got the little raven. I assume the Westlands and Dorne are going to say no. How many men do we have? Oh, we have 22,000. Just checking we don't have any Lord Paramounts underneath us. So it must all be within our own... Oh, we do. We have the Westlands underneath us. Oh, okay. Weird. Always seems to like leave one under... We have Westlands and Dorne. Oh, because they're currently at war. Oh, okay. That's fine. Does Dorne really only have 4 ships? That's really our main limiting factor here is number of ships. Let's go around and get the ones from the Westland. Get the Westland army first. Okay. We'll get all of these men together. Put them down here. Yeah, we'll leave the ones on Dragonstone for just now. And we'll leave the men on in Dorne for just now. There we go. Tommen has agreed to defend us, as have the Riverlands. North has the Reach. More people are joining us. Game got a little bit quiet there for some reason. Don't know why. Lord Paramount Tywin's no longer a seneschal because the Westlands are not technically underneath us anymore, but we still got their men, so I'm not that worried. And we'll keep going. Yep, wait for all these men to get around here. Robert Arryn has refused to join us. Okay. And he married a Frey. Did we know he married a Frey? I don't know if we did. Okay, we married a Frey. Iron Throne is at a state of war. More people will join us. And we'll keep going. Yeah. Sorry, something's going up with my audio setup. So, we'll see whether that comes through on your side later. Everyone merge around there. Oh, at age 16, Lord Paramount Robert of the Vale died of poor health. Who holds the Vale now? The Vale is now held by Lord Paramount Harold. I assume he's the other branch of the Arryns that we hear about in the books. A cousin. Yeah, effectively, yeah. Okay. And then his heir is a Harding. Okay, so that's the Vale now has a new leader. He's declaring de jure wars. That's kind of weird, but okay. Let everybody else come around here. Daenerys is winning some sieges. Do we have enough boats? I think we have enough boats here now. Yeah, Dorne is still underneath us, which is kind of weird. Okay. Master Adam of Hazelton likes us less. Don't really care. Get on the boats. And let's head up to the Iron Isles. See if we can get them back. Okay, we'll get our 9,000 men, stick them on the Iron Isles here. Then we'll head our boats back around. We'll go get Dorne's men. Oh, Dorne has made a choice about whether it's joining us in the war or not. I assume it's not because he's in an offensive war. A little bit of an autosave. Please don't crash. Okay. Lord Paramount Tyrion of the North has made the Kingdom of the Westlands his primary title. So if we do this, it's now all the Westlands again. That's kind of weird looking, but okay. Lord Paramount Tyrion the Imp has inherited the Kingdom of the Westlands and other titles from Tywin the Old. So he died a natural death, so now Tyrion holds Castle Rock, which he wanted all along. And our great-grandfather, Lord Paramount Tywin Lannister, has died. Now falls upon you to decide whether to make the funeral a bigger special event or keep it a small and private one. We'll give him a funeral. I guess we invite all lords and ladies to the realm again, although that then puts us in debt again. I guess that's what we would do. We'll continue our siege up here. Invitations have been sent. Okay, everyone's just dying all at once. He died a natural death, right? I didn't even check. I assume he died a natural death. Yes, he died a natural death. He was fairly old. He was 66, but you know, he was fairly old for this game. Right, get on the boats. All the guests have arrived in King's Landing. Good, good. Get our boats, bring them over here. Drop people off. Maybe we'll go to Lonely Light first. Lord Norton cut the throat of one of my servants when a clumsy man spilled wine over his garb. We can either imprison him, send some gold, or he did the right thing. What would Jaime do? I would like to think that Jaime would imprison him for that. Yeah. I would like to think he would do that. Yeah, and then probably call for a trial. Although we also need a new Hand of the King. Which, for just now, can we put Jaime in that position? We cannot. Okay. I guess for now, it would be Tyrek Lannister? Maybe? I don't know, he's a Lannister. Is there anybody on this list who fits? I don't know, Balin Swan maybe? Yeah, there aren't that many great options actually on this list for people to be our... I guess we'll just leave it empty. It'll probably be Mace Tyrell or Tyrion. We'll not do the funeral text again, but it is pretty much the same. And then we'll read this bit though. He died natural death at age 5th of July at age 66. He was a man who didn't let anyone stand in his way. He was a competent warrior, but not a warrior songs are written of. Okay, there we go. Continue sieging Pike. Where are you defending? You're not defending anywhere, so does that mean we have a chance of capturing you, or does that mean that you are currently on a boat? It probably means he's on a boat. Is that him? It's the army of Gurmund, but not the army of him. Okay. That's quite a large army, actually, he has there. Which have come to fight us, and we don't have any leaders. Oh, no. We might win, though, because we have river crossing. And we have more people coming in. 14, 3 days. 1, 2, 3. He got in there. He's given us some more flanks. We win. Okay. Yes, all 100% our skill of battle leading. We now have leaders. Let's head off to Hayford. Is that where he's going? I'm trying to figure this out. Oh no, yeah, he's heading to Hayford. And then he's heading to Chattering Brook. We'll chase him. We'll keep up the siege. We should get Pike here. This will give us enough. Lady Brienne the Maid has inherited the lordship of Parchments from Lord Steffar Penrose of Parchments. Oh, I guess the Penroses ran out and then it just went to her. Wait, did she inherit the lordship of Parchments? I don't think she did. I'm fairly certain she didn't, in fact. Okay. Weird. We'll continue chasing. We have some factions against us. Main one being Depose by Lord Denley the Careless of Blackwater Rush. We'll keep chasing in. Where are you headed now? You're heading to Mossborough. Or Mossborough. We'll just head straight there. Walking outside, I came upon some commoners along the road. One of them calls out, saying I look lovely today. I'll see him punished for addressing me like that. I'll nod and accept the compliment graciously. No, we'll be gracious. It's fine. Let's land this army. And almost finish the siege. Your Grace, I will honor my allegiance. Great, excellent. Excellent. Almost finished the siege. Excellent. We have caught the army. We have defeated his army once more. Hopefully. We have defeated his army once more. Ronald of the R'hllor Uprisings led the R'hllor Uprising with 400 men. Okay. In Woodmere. 98% war score. We'll keep chasing. We should finish that siege any moment now. Where are we headed? Acorn Hall. We'll follow in. That should be... oh, then you're headed to Lawston. Okay. We're going to finish the siege. Form alliance. We're going to say yes, even though it doesn't matter. Excellent, excellent. We've almost got all of this done. 100% war score. Win the battle. We've captured Lord Solace Botley. And we will enforce our peace. We have taken the Iron Isles is now back under our control. Lord Paramount Euron Crow's Eye is now back underneath us. We will wait just a couple seconds for everyone to jump underneath again, because the wars are over, right? Because there's only the R'hllor war left, or do we have to win it? No, there we go. Great powers are done for just now. We'll disband some of these men, get the boats in here. We'll reappoint the old council, although we don't have enough to reappoint because Tywin is dead. Hand of the King, I would imagine would be Mace Tyrell, but we'll wait just a couple of seconds for everyone to jump underneath. Stormlands, are you going to jump? Oh, you're still in the Rylor War. Your Grace, I'm sure you're aware of the gold the Iron Throne owes my house, and the repayment is shortly due. However, I am presently in no need of the coin, hence extend the loan so you may benefit from it. Yours, Lord Paramount Mace. How charitable. Yes. Let's disband all these men. Disband, 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 and disband. Right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to raise up a very large army. Very large army. Or one of you are very large. How about Firing Cross? There we go. A very large army. I'm going to walk over here and defeat this Rylor little insurrection. Right. Let's walk over. And that should be us pretty much done after that. But let's see where we get to. Yup. One more. My liege, I've collected a tithe in King's Landing. The money should reach you together with this letter. Fantastic. A little bit more money. Continue chasing down into the Bronze Gate, into Adlock Keep, into the Wendwater. Wow, they must have an organizer in charge, because they are causing us troubles. We'll move the 800 in there. We have defeated his army. Disband all these troops. Enforce our demands. Right, is the Iron Throne together? The alliance broke down because he's underneath us. Mercenary band you hired a while back seems to still be in the region. You should invite the commander to a feast. Nope. Need to select the Warden of the East. We'll select the Vale. Other titles we need to give out. Warden of the West, which should go to Tyrion. Right, who is also Warden of the North, I assume? Yes, Tyrion holds multiple Warden titles. And that is the realm together. We would select a new Hand of the King. It would probably fall to be Mace Tyrell, my guess. Although it could also be Doran. Or Tyrion. Why can't it be Tyrion or Mace? Well, there's Mace. Where's Tyrion? Why is he not an option? That's kind of weird that Tyrion isn't an option here, actually. Oh, it's because their north is not underneath us yet, or something? Nope, north is definitely underneath us. Is he in another position? No. I guess he just can't be Hand of the King. Who would we think it would be? It would probably end up. Well, Mace is really bad, so it'd probably end up being like either Doran or Tommen. It could be, or the Freys. I don't know. Probably Tommen would end up being our hand. Well, Tommen's awful at it. Who else would we have? Is Tommen awful at it? No, he's only awful at the diplomacy side of it. Let's just say it was Doran. Whatever, it doesn't matter, because that's the series over. Thank you for watching. It was a little bit of a shorter series, but I felt that carrying it on after Joffrey's death would be a little bit odd, given that the series was really meant to be about Joffrey. I think this is how we're going to carry on a lot of these kind of series where we're doing a character-focused thing. We're going to play for as long as the character is alive, then maybe one episode after to see the after effects of it. What would be in the future for Tommen? Well, we would probably have a thing happening with Daenerys, assuming that she did not lose her wars, which actually, it looks like she has lost the war for Slaver's Road, so she would be deposed, so she would not actually be able to do very much. She would that would probably mean that her heir would lose to New Gis, which would then mean that actually, well, that's the end of Daenerys. There would be no struggles from over there. The Iron Isles are under our control. Next big issue may be Tyrion, although Tyrion probably would stay loyal because the Lannisters are in charge. Lannisters are also in charge of the Stormlands. The factions are all pretty much, they're non-existent really. The Vale now has a new leader who may be a problem, but seems to not be that big an issue. And then the Reach, obviously, he is our grandfather, so no problems. His heir is our uncle, who is married to our grandmother. No problems there. Dorne, we have Lannisters all down there. This is what would happen if the Lannisters won, basically. And we even got Sansa murdering what's his name? Joffrey. It was perfect. I think that went very well. Anyway, thank you for watching. Next series, I haven't decided yet. Probably gonna do another character-focused one, but it will be in another week, as I can't do a lot of recording for a new series next week. We'll do it in a week on... we'll take a week's break, basically. Anyway, thank you for watching again. I may have said that too many times now. And if you want more Game of Thrones stuff, we should be starting 2 new series in 2 weeks. So, look out for that. And of course, there's all the stuff that is previously on the channel. The Ironborn series is pretty good. Fuzzaway series gets better about halfway through. And a whole bunch of other character-focused ones, including, if you haven't seen it, the Daemon Blackfire one, which was quite similar in concept to this one. Anyway, one last time, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.